Hello. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time today and talk to you about chemicals. Well, more specifically, I'd like to talk to you about some rather nasty chemicals. The first of these is something called carcinogens. Now, what are carcinogens? Well, simply stated, carcinogens are any chemical or compound that has been proven to be a cancer-causing agent. Second of these that I want to talk to you about is toxins or poisons. Well, everybody pretty much knows what a poison is. It's something that if introduced to the human body will kill you. That's why it's called a poison. And third, I would like to tell you exactly where to find these things. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not some sort of nut that's wanting to teach you how to give somebody cancer or show you where to find a poison to kill somebody with. It is just that I firmly believe that everyone has both the right and, quite honestly, the responsibility to understand where these chemicals can be found. Would it surprise you if I told you that many of these chemicals can be found in your medicine cabinet in your shower? That's right. I'm talking about cancer and poison in your bathroom. Now, a lot of people would say, "Oh, you're crazy. I don't have toxic chemicals in there. All I've got is things like shampoo and body wash, antiperspirant, toothpaste, mouthwash." Yeah, and unfortunately, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You have to understand that the governing body that controls whether or not chemicals can be used for personal care items is something called the FDA. And another unfortunate problem with the FDA is that the FDA was formed back when we still believed that the human skin was a perfect barrier. Now, what do I mean by that? What that meant was that they believed in those times that you could smear any kind of poison that you wanted to on the human skin, and as long as you washed it off, it wasn't a problem. Well, we now know that that's a ridiculous way to think, because we now know that the human skin is not the perfect barrier, but is a living, breathing organism that absorbs a great many of the things that it comes in contact with. So, why does the FDA allow these chemicals? Well, because of the way that laws were written, a lot of these chemicals were grandfathered in. In other words, they had been used for a period of time, and because nobody instantly dropped dead from brushing their teeth, it was assumed that these things were safe. Now, I'm going to give you a few examples of chemicals that you can find in your bathroom. You may not have heard of many of them. Some of them you're probably going to be very familiar with. Let's start with something called sodium lauryl or sodium lauryl sulfate. Odds are, if you look at your shampoo and your shower gel, you'll find these chemicals listed. What are they? Well, they're detergents and surfactants and emulsifiers. They're used in just about any kind of body cleaning product out there. In short, they're a kind of soap. But the problem with them is they started out as coconut. Now, coconuts aren't carcinogenic, they're not harmful, they're not even scary unless you drop one on your toe. But now that they have been changed into this chemical called sodium lauryl or sodium lauryl sulfate, we now know that this is a carcinogenic chemical. It may have started out as coconuts, but it is far, far from being safe. And unfortunately, because of the way the FDA laws are written, not only can it be listed as a safe chemical, it can be called an organic chemical because it started out as coconuts. And it's far from being organic. And it's far from being safe. It's been linked to things like cancer, cataracts, skin irritations, various types of organ failures. because it's absorbed into the skin readily. How about something called fluoride? Have you ever heard of it? If I were to ask you, where can I find fluoride? Well, most people are going to say, first, toothpaste. Maybe a close second would be water. What? Water? Why would there be fluoride in water? A great many municipalities use fluoride in water to kill pathogens. What are pathogens? Well, those are, those little bugs and critters, the bacteria and viruses, even some sorts of parasitic infections that are found in water can be destroyed with fluoride. Why? Because fluoride is poisonous. They are putting fluoride in water because it is poisonous enough to kill those harmful bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens. And yet we're expected to drink it and think it's safe. They put it in toothpaste. Why would you put fluoride in toothpaste? We know it's poisonous. Well, it's because it's poisonous that it's in toothpaste. The poisonous factor of sodium fluoride helps to kill certain types of bacteria that can be harmful for your teeth. So, is it good for your teeth? Well, technically, yes, it is. For a short period of time. So what's the problem? Well, would it surprise you to know that every year many, many, many children die from ingesting toothpaste? I always found it rather interesting that a manufacturer would take a product such as sodium fluoride, put it in toothpaste, and in order to get children to use it, would make it taste like, cotton candy or bubble gum or grape soda. And then people are surprised that every year many, many children die because they ate something they thought tasted like candy. How about another chemical you're probably all very familiar with? Aluminum. If you've ever drank out of a soda can, you know exactly what aluminum is. And aluminum has a lot of great uses. It's used to manufacture airplanes and boats, cars, various types of cookware even. So what's the problem? It's just aluminum, right? Well, outside the body, you're right, it's fine. But inside the body, aluminum becomes a carcinogenic, deoxygenating chemical that has links to Alzheimer's, cancer, cataracts, organ failure, various types of neurological diseases. And yet, where would I find bathroom aluminum? Well, other than, of course, your fixtures, maybe the frame around your shower door. If you're using an antiperspirant, I'm willing to bet the first or second ingredient listed will have something to do with aluminum. And understand, you're putting this on your skin, either spraying it or smearing it on your skin every day. And it's getting absorbed into your body. Does it sound like I'm trying to scare you? Well, truthfully, I am a little bit. One of the wonderful things about the Time and Money Group is the fact that we have health and beauty aids that are not toxic, that do not have these dangerous chemicals in them. You will not have to worry about your children ingesting the toothpaste because there's no fluoride in it. You will not have to worry about the deodorants causing cancer because there aren't any chemicals in there that can do that. I would recommend you get back to the individual that gave you this link. Talk to them about the cancer that's in your bathroom right now and how you can get rid of it.